Show that you're like, this is so out of the box, and not know how people are going to react, and then know there are so many like-minded people out there that are like, no, this is the kind of shit we want.
Yeah. Well, that's the amazing thing about you can't even just say the internet, because the internet existed for so long, but at a certain tipping point, it was around, I noticed, around the time when Lost was on the air, before I made Community, thank you. What we were seeing happening with Lost's fan base was, oh, we don't have to be, we're all, every single human being in America, possibly the planet, but let's just assume America's the only nuts people. Like we have this religious relationship with television. We obsess about stuff, but in the days of TV Guide being our only recourse to knowing what was going on with the shows and stuff, everybody would just go, I'm ashamed of myself for being obsessed with Cheers. I'm ashamed of myself for being obsessed with these things. And then when Lost came around just at the time when it was right, they were putting treasure maps and secret codes and things, and the audience was saying, yes, I'm obsessed with the show. And the show was saying, that's okay. We want you to be more obsessed with it. And what we find out is that 1 million people watching your show is quite a lot of people, because obsession level counts for a lot. Counts for a lot of merchandising dollars, if you want to be crass.
A lot of fan theories.
Counts for a lot of cultural efficacy, a lot of off-channel marketing. I mean, it's a great time to make TV.
And also, how is Rick gonna get out of that pickle, right? The end of season 2. Yeah. You guys probably have a bunch of fan theories about how that goes down.
Get Swifty! I don't want your rant.
What is the Swifty dance? What is it?
Oh shit, please. Dude, Cruz.
Give him. Yeah! It's Swifty time today. How does the lyrics go?
Kiss.
God. You guys sing it, come on. Give Dan the song. Yeah. By the way, I just want to say that all of those songs were like Turner licensed music that we made for the little point and click adventure game, and it was like I just went in and sang over them I didn't care. I was like, I just went in and did them for the game, and then we kept listening to them while we were writing season 2, and Harmon was like, we have to use these songs.
Yeah. All those songs were generated for Summer's iPod in the first Rick and Morty video game, which was an online point and click adventure.
Yeah.
The rushed license adventure.
Yeah, you can still play it. It's still on AdultSwim.com.
Summer has an iPod in there, so Justin was just filling the iPod with Summer's music.
Yeah. There was no thought or time or they weren't written. It wasn't like it was just okay. Let's just get these done really quick.
But what about you? What is it like in Asgard?
We get Rick and Morty, that's all I care about. And Community, another show that
Swifting it up.
Same dance.
Honestly, same dance. I was like, oh, the Jeff Winger guy. I don't know. He was on Talk Soup. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Somebody was like, dude, they were like, dude, you're gonna love this show. I watched it, and I'm like, it's awesome.
Joel McHale, I heard, wanted to audition for that part, not audition even, just was interested in the part, and I watched The Soup, and I thought the same thing. This guy can't. He's too...
This piece-ish.
He's too cynical. He's too jaded. He's too witty. You know, I need somebody soft and and then he came in and he never auditioned for me anyway, because sitting and talking to him on the sofa, I was like, this is the guy, because he has that crazy David Spade exterior. But that's the irony, is how warm and human he is underneath.
But shout out to Joel!
Just like Iron Man! Just like Iron Man!
Oh my god, it's Megatron! Oh my goodness gracious! Oh no!
Shit! He's pointing the gun. And as we all know, Megatron's gun, which is the scope of a Walther.
Yeah, he can't hurt you until he
transforms. For some reason, when Megatron turns into a tiny gun and is held by Soundwave, it can blow the shit out of Optimus Prime.
He's not in the right form to cause any damage to anybody right now.
Weirdest bad guy ever. It's like a gun. His legs are each 1/2 of a gun handle, and the good guy's a semi-truck. It just doesn't seem like a fair fight.
Yeah, they just kind of. I think there were some toys that maybe existed. That
sorry, Megatron. I don't mean to. I mean to throw shade.
I kind of want to go back to Get Swifty because, like, I look at the translator and, like, she translates and mouth shit on the floor.
Oh, that's so cool.
How do you translate
Oh,
shit
my
on the
goodness.
floor?
Wait, one more time for me.
Dude, I can cut this up.
Shit on the floor.
Oh, shit is a thumb getting pulled out of the floor. You know, everyone knows how to say shit in sign language.
Wow, we're learning. I'm so sorry for any of the youngins out in the crowd and their parents who are. Well, you guys watch Rick and Morty. What am I saying?
Well, yeah, but it's worth it. Think of if you are a parent and you're bummed out. Think of the handful of parents who are parents of maybe hearing impaired kids, and it's like those kids just got their life ratcheted up a notch. Morty, worth it.
Morty, we have a sign language person. Oh, geez, Rick, we got ourselves a real sign language person over here communicating visually like what we're talking about. I know, it's crazy. Like she's totally like interpreting like everything that we're talking about right now, Morty. Oh man, this is crazy, Rick. This is super crazy, Rick. I can just keep up. Is she gonna be able to keep up with me? I don't know, Morty. How fast can we go? Let's talk about zoos. Have you ever been to a zoo? I love zoos. I love panda bears. I love Japan. I like pizza. I could never. Too fast for me. Speaking of the youngins, I have a question from a youngin right here. Your question, so.
How do you guys come up with titles for the episodes such as autoerotic assimilation?
Oh!
Over here.
Fucking mic drop.
Oh my god, there you are. Over here.
There's Mom and Dad.
How do we come up with titles like autoerotic asphyxiation? What is that? What it is? It's like it's a pun on Rick's, right?
Yeah, I guess. In the 80s, TV shows like Remington Steele was a show, and so every title of every show would be like Steele of the Night and Steele of Dreams. I don't know.
Seinfeld is always like the suit guy. It's always the something. It's always the word the, and then
I guess it's just a sloppy homage to cleverness.
yeah. We tried to like we were like okay, let's stick with like spoofs of movies, and then it was like well then the Rick puns, and then it kind of just fell apart. Like we like the consistency sort of became, I guess, less consistent.
I think what we're glossing over is 2 minutes ago that kid just learned what shit on the floor is in sign language. Now he's learning what autoerotic asphyxiation is. You're gonna go home a fully rounded person.
But it's a sci-fi. When I was like 10 years old, I'm not telling people how to raise their kids, but all the parents here that have their kids here, I think they're nailing it because look at me, look how I turned out. When I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, my parents were separated, and my mom and I didn't have a very good. We weren't emotional people. My mom's kind of a hyper-verbal, nerdy woman, and we didn't hug and like cuddle and stuff, but she read sci-fi, and we started going to sci-fi conventions together, and there were, it was like we'd go to an author, and the author would be a transgender author and like say like all kinds of crazy evocative things about, and I was 9 years old, and my mom would say, you know what that word means, you know what that means, and I don't know, I'm just high-roading us.
I think you're right though. I think it's important that, younger kids, because like in the 70s, like shit flew. Like you could watch anything and your parents were like, whatever. And then like we're at a point now where it's so safe. Like everyone wants everything to be so safe. Yeah. So they flip around, they see Rick and Morty, and it's like it's not safe anymore. The younger kids.
It has a safe veneer.
Well, I never get a chance to talk to parents who won't let their kids watch Rick and Morty. I only talk to the parents who do, and I do. Like with the kids 8 years old, in my head I go, I'm not sure how old my kid would have to be before I let him watch Rick and Morty, but it's up to the parent, and I think that the parent is the key. I don't think there's anything you can expose your kid to.
The parent is the key.
If your parent's there, like
this is an ARG, an ARG.
Famous horror directors. There are people whose parents let them watch horror movies when they were 3 years old.
That was me. I was going into the West Coast Video, and I would go right to the horror section, and I'm like 6 years old, and I'm coming back with like, I don't know, whatever horrible Full Moon Productions, movie with like Clive Barker's Hellraiser 3, with like a horrible sex scene where the girl gets killed. I'm 6 years old, And my mom, and it's like, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, cool.
Because she's like, he's either going to be rich or a mass shooter, and in either case, I'm out. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get any back end on this deal.
It wasn't until I was 9 that all fell apart for about a week. You know, my mom was like, all right, no more of this horrible horror movie stuff for a week.
I think half the kids in the audience are like, what's a video store?
I know, yeah. West Coast Video.
My kid was 9 when I started watching Rick and Morty with her, and you shamed me on Twitter, saying I was irresponsible.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do, though. That's the right thing to do. Shame anyone who lets their children watch Rick and Morty.
And then secretly